First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Detroit Lions. Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. On first down, Tagovailoa setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. Able to power through. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Lions had 0-3 here to begin the campaign, and you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
First down, here's Mitchell. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
They run over center with Mitchell. They will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Tackled on the play by Myles Murphy. You talk about this Bengals defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. An option give now to Mitchell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. And McPherson on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, Tua. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he cannot pull it in. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Jones. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On second down, here's Burrow. That one complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. You talk about this Bengals defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Third and 5. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Tua going to throw. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away. Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the 1st down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's got it complete to Gibbs. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now, you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now, with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the counter, Mitchell. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Tua. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to pass. Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's Jack Fox now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Jones on the return. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched for it?
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Oh, nice move. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
First catch so far by Chase. It's a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace. Boom!
Still fighting through tackles. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Elijah Mitchell with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. You can talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on that defensive side of the ball.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it is 28-0.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Just another day off. Woo. All right. Ready.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
All right, come on.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. It's caught. Mitchell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. The Lions on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
What's going on, guys? Okay, this is it. I'm not having fun anymore.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has, percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Touchdown!
Jamar Chase.
A 15-yard touchdown ground.
And the Bengals have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes this 35-0 now.
Lions nothing. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
They go play action with Burrow.
That is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
On third down, Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Higgins goes in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep and go play action with Burrow. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
On second down, Burrow. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. So the completion good for just 3. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Now Burrow. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
On 1, ready?
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. McPherson now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
11 MT.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Burrow will throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off, and with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those, but third down coming up.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow on play action. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. First down. Here's Burrow. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now Burrow changing things up here.
Hey, we got to go score. Let's go.
Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. And Burrow going to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Burrow. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
People are getting paid. People are cashing checks.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Tua now on first down. And he rifles one incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Tua. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is caught, and he is going to have the Lions first down as he gets a little more than he needed. 4 yards to pick up there on 4th and 2.
Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Tua going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Drive starts with a give to Mitchell. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, It puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
11 MT, 11 MT.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Here we go,
4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
11.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow, rolling to his left. Got his tight end, that's complete. That's Jordan. Touchdown! Brevin Jordan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals just continue to roll. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. From the gun, it's Hooker. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Mustang 19.
Hooker going to try and throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
Shifts by him. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
121 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
He'll buy some time right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are pouring it on.
So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
McPherson on for the point after.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Looking to throw. Hooker.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Here's Hooker.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
They'll go for it. Hooker. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as the defense couldn't come up with a big play. In fact, they got 6 more than they needed, a gain of 8 on 4th and 2.
Hold the stick. Dragon 60.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
No way, you're kidding!
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Now Hooker. Open man, it's Raymond. He's got it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Hooker.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Still going inside the 20.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good,
and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Another day in the office. Big Doug. Yeah, all right. Woo-hoo! Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Come on.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. Another run for Gibbs here. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs, since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a 2nd and 2. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Okay, ready?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Trying the left side with Gibbs. Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football.
And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Gun.
2nd and a couple.
11 Thomas.
Once again, it's Mitchell.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Burrow on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Looking deep here for Chase.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Bengals are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
73. Lions nothing. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. The defense was ready for the run-pass option. Diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing. Hooker. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Here we go. Here we go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
What are y'all doing?
Oh, my God, I can't believe what I'm watching.
Me and the homies can trade your outfits. Oh, what are we doing? Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 11 now. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On the handoff, Mitchell.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Gun. Got.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
This is like watching paint dry.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Bengals, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.